Hello.
Hi.
And welcome to the latest episode of The Peak and the Pit. I'm Jazz.
I'm Kat.
And that was a phone noise. Didn't everyone hear it? Hi, Kat.
Hi.
I feel like we do this all the time now.
I
This
know.
is just normal procedure.
I've been so excited to get in here today.
I know it's been a very good week. But firstly, can I welcome back our listeners? This is your weekly dose of chat.
Yeah.
Of utter chat. That's all we do.
We
chat
literally
away. But it does cover a really important subject, which is your mental health.
Yeah.
And I think it's something that everyone needs to focus a little bit more on at the moment. And we're just trying to normalise it.
We are.
Not make it a taboo subject.
No.
Which has been a point that a lot of people have said to us, that thanks for openly talking about it, because a lot of people can't speak about it. So here we are, talking about mental health for you. Hoping that you can join the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah? Does that make sense?
So, yeah.
Is that a good intro? Do you like that?
That's a good one. I like that one.
Firstly, again, I'm always going to say it. Thank you so much to everyone who writes in with their peak and the pits. If you want to write in, then our Instagram is at thepeakandthepit_podcast.
Make sure that you like and subscribe.
Oh, very early.
I know.
Getting it in early.
I thought I needed to then.
She was like, I'm going to beat her this time. I'm going to get it in. Let's start with the challenge.
Yeah.
How did you find the Pilates? Well, no, let's start. Let's start with the fact that Astina from RuPaul's Drag Race settles the challenge.
I love RuPaul's Drag Race. You all know that already, don't you? Like,
I know.
I keep going on about it.
I think you've told us in about 4 podcasts in a row.
Probably. But yeah, honestly, like, that was amazing being set a challenge by Astina.
Yeah, especially, I mean, we touch on it later, but those legs.
Yeah, I feel like my legs are starting to look a bit similar to hers now.
Nice, I like it.
No,
I like
joking.
it.
I wish.
I think her legs are the length of me.
Yeah,
like,
probably.
If we stood next to one another, I'd come up to her hip.
I think you would. Yeah.
Well, she set us our Pilates challenge.
She did.
How did you get on with it?
So I really enjoyed this one, actually. I feel like it would be better in a gym.
100%. Everything's better in a gym.
Yes.
Sick of home workouts.
I know, but it was a good one because it's a full body workout,
yes.
isn't it? What did you think?
Yeah, it's a full body workout, but for me, like the leg burner.
Yes.
I tend to shy away from those kind of exercises when I'm working out, purely because I love much more like big compound movements.
Right.
So those small like resistance movements, I would never incorporate into my workout. So it was nice to try something different. I did enjoy that. And I think having the 2 weeks to do the challenge, I kind of progressed. So I started to add a resistance band.
Did you?
Yes, when I was doing like the kicks and stuff, I used a resistance band. So I could see progression with it.
Yeah.
So I think that kind of boosted my mood, because I was like, oh, I'm getting better at this. I will have legs like Astina's by the end of lockdown.
Yeah, definitely. Honestly, the 2 weeks was good. It's a good time period to really see how it was going, because obviously with the week, it's just not long enough sometimes for them sort of workouts.
No, I know what you mean. We just do a week's worth of challenges.
Yeah.
And then we just forget about it.
Yeah.
And I think that has been something that a few people have touched upon. It's like, well, why don't you try and carry some of the things on and see how it changes your mindset and how it might even change your life.
Yeah. And you know what, Jazz? I will continue to do that. Not as intense as Astina gave us, but definitely it's something that I felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel good this week.
Good.
Yeah, I feel good.
I think we've had a good week anyway.
Yeah, we have.
We have had a good week.
Yeah.
But I think Astina, for me, obviously she's out of RuPaul's now, so we have her on soon to talk about life.
We had a chat with her and I was starstruck.
Yeah,
literally.
We managed to get Astina on Zoom. She kindly gave up some of her time to chat with us after she'd give us the challenge. And it was so interesting to see her take on life right now.
Definitely.
She was so positive.
She really was. And because she's coming from like an entertainment background and they're so heavily affected at the moment.
Massively.
So seeing such a positive mindset was really refreshing.
Yeah, it was. That's exactly the word. It's a very good word, refreshing. The whole interview was refreshing.
Yes.
But more of that, you'll get to listen to that in a second. So this week's challenge, it's a bit different. There's some fitness in there, but it's more about something that Astina touches upon in her interview.
Yeah.
Which is your daily affirmations. So for 1 week, I want us to wake up every morning,
Yeah.
write down 5 things we're grateful for.
Okay.
Make sure we have already planned what we're having for our breakfast.
Yeah.
Have a healthy breakfast.
Yeah.
Get up and go out and walk for 10 to 20 minutes.
That sounds lovely.
Affirmations, breakfast, walk every morning for 7 days.
Sounds good.
Set your day off positively.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I love it. And do you know, if you start your day off positively, hopefully the whole day will go just as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think I'm all for this. I think it's going to be a real game changer. I think this will probably be something that I try and do most mornings.
Definitely. I feel like I'll be using my diary then because it's not been used. So there you
Get
go.
that diary out. Get that
it open.
pen out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. 5 things we're grateful for.
Yeah. Sounds good. I'm excited.
I'm going to go on to... Actually, do you know what I want to tell you?
Go on.
My mum was like, please, will you speak about it? So I have, Leslie.
Oh.
I know. She went, I'm still sticking up with still doing the stairs challenge.
Oh, is she?
She is. Every week she works up to doing 60 flights of stairs.
Oh my gosh.
And she's really doing it, you know.
That's amazing. So should she do it so how does it work? Hang on.
So we were just meant to do the 60 flights every day because Lee was brutal.
He was brutal.
Yeah, so she was like, it's too much for me, that Jazz. So she does 20, then 25, then 30 and works her way up every day.
That's so good.
And she said, do you know what? It made me realise that I can get a bit of a sweat on just in my own house. I don't have to go out for a walk. I don't have to go to the gym.
Yeah.
Because that is a big thing, especially I think for older women. They don't want to go into a gym with loads of people there.
Yeah.
And that was always my mum's thing. I got her a gym membership, but she'd only ever come if I were there.
Yeah.
She wouldn't go on her own. So, and then you just think, you'll be fine, just go and do... No, people look. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh.
It's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, it is awful. And, you know, it's good that she's carried on the challenge. So I want to know if any of our other listeners have carried on with any of the challenges.
Definitely. She loves it now.
Aww.
I went in the other day and she's just up and down the stairs. I was like, go on, Mum.
Go for it. Go on, Leslie.
She loves it. But she wanted me to let everyone know that she's carried it on. She's very proud of herself.
Oh,
and
good.
I'm also very proud of her for carrying it on. What has been your peak and pit of the week, Kat?
So peak has been the weather. The weather has been absolutely lovely.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's been gorgeous.
It has been nice. I mean, it's bitter cold.
Yeah, it's cold, but, you know.
Freezing. And that sun is quite deceiving.
It is. But, you know, sometimes when you stand right in the direction of the sun, it feels like you close your eyes, just do it for a minute, you feel like you're on holiday.
You literally, right, so this morning, this is weird. I can't even believe I'm about to say this.
Right.
I got up and the sun was coming right through the window. But you know where it just gives you like that tiny little bit of sun?
Yeah.
I lay down on the kitchen floor, lay there, closed my eyes, and I was like, I could be anywhere in the world. It's like, pass me a pina colada. I am in Spain.
That's it, innit? Literally.
But then you open the balcony doors thinking it's going to be warm, and it was shed. But
it's deceiving, but it's still pretty nice.
Yeah. Nice. I'm glad that you peaked the weather. That's nice.
I like it. I hope I'm looking forward to more springy weather now.
I know. Spring may have sprung, even though there's still snow on the ground.
Yeah, I know, yeah. And we're in Manchester, but you know what? Never mind. And there's something else I want to add on to my peak as well.
Oh, 2 peaks. Double peaking.
2 peaks.
Oh, wow.
You know, like last week I had a really, bad week. I was feeling really low. Well, I got this friend called Lauren, and she's such a diamond. She surprised me, really. I came back home after the studio, the recording, and I got a card, and it was just such a sweet message on it. It was basically sending me a virtual hug and saying that even though we're far apart, I'm always thinking of you, I'm there for you. And it was just so nice.
That's lovely.
It is, isn't it?
Do you know what? Friends like that, you just need to cherish them.
Yeah.
And I think for someone to notice that about you and just send you something, which is so easily done.
Yeah.
Like, it took nothing for her to do that, and it changed your whole day, probably.
Yeah, it did. Honestly, that's something I didn't realise that I needed to hear or see. And I just, when I got home, it was just so lovely. And it's just to say that if you've got a friend that's going through a hard time at the moment, you don't even need money to cheer them up or anything like that. You send them a message, just say something nice, because you don't know how much what you're saying to them means.
I can totally understand with that. Like, you've got those friends that you don't really speak to all the time.
Yeah.
And I phoned one of my friends this morning, And we were on the phone for like 40 minutes. And then we left and we was like, oh, and I know that we're probably not going to speak for another few months, but just my mood lifted entirely just from having that conversation with someone.
Aww.
So I totally agree with you. Like if you see someone struggling slightly, just reach out and remind them that they're a bloody good human.
Yes.
So what is your pit of the week?
Pit has just been around work again. There's a lot of uncertainty about what's going on with work, with the current situation. Right. But it is what it is. We're all in it together. So, yeah.
Well, that's a good outlook on it.
Yeah.
But
I'm learning to be positive.
You've been furloughed, haven't you?
Yeah, I have, yeah.
Yeah. How are you finding it, though? Do you still have to do any work when you're furloughed? Are you supposed to? Where do you stand?
No, for me, with the furlough, at first it was like nothing at all. Right. And now it's like 7 hours a week. And which feels more than 7 hours because you just kind of stay on sometimes and do extra bit of work.
But I guess like 7 hours as well, it's like, oh.
I know. But we've, things are changing as well. Like we recently had a not very nice meeting the other day where we are at risk of redundancy. So that was the pit.
Oh, no.
I know. But, a lot of people are in the same situation. It is what it is. You just got to keep going and just praying that it's not going to be you. Literally.
Yeah. But also, Kat, if it is, you're very good at what you do.
Thank you.
Someone else will snap you up.
Hopefully. Maybe
this podcast will take off.
Yay.
And we'll just do this forever for the rest of our lives.
That's it. Like and subscribe for us, guys, because we need you. What about you? What was your peak and pit?
So my peak this week, I told you I would make you accountable to me.
Yeah.
My diet is my peak.
Oh, good. I'm glad you've got back in there now.
Yeah. No, it has helped because both me and Dan are kind of being a lot healthier. So that's helped massively. Because I think you do sometimes struggle when one of you doesn't really want to be on a health kick and the other one's trying their very best.
Yeah, it's not good, is it? No.
So we're kind of both on the same page now. So we did a big shop.
Ooh.
Bought vegetables.
Did you?
I did. Ooh. Bought spinach and green beans and mushrooms.
Oh, sounds nice.
And so just being, my diet is my peak. And do you know what? My mindset's changed because I know I'm planning my meals. Yeah. I've got more energy. I'm waking up and knowing what I'm going to have for my breakfast. So it's kind of changed how I've felt this week.
Definitely. I feel like when you're more organised, it does go better, doesn't it?
Massively.
Yeah.
Like I don't know why, but we touched on it a few episodes ago about my to-do list, but I still write in it. And I'm still like, right, I'm going to do this today and that tomorrow. And I think this week's challenge will help me with my to-do list of, right, get up, get that done, get out for a walk. So I think it'll be I'm in a much better mind frame than I was.
God, you seem like you're glowing, love. Like, literally.
Oh, thanks.
Honestly.
I think, do you know what? I'm wearing gym gear. I'm that person that wears gym gear and doesn't go to the gym. But I'm giving off those vibes.
You are.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. My pit is kind of, I really struggled to get a pit this week. I've had a really good week.
Yeah.
And I think it's been needed because I feel like I've been so negative recently. And I've noticed, though, that me being in a negative mood, it's brought more negative things. Whereas just flipping it on its head and putting positive vibes out there, everything's coming in now.
That's what you're manifesting.
Manifesting.
Yeah, manifest.
I've always wanted to manifest.
That's it, isn't it? That's what you're doing.
Well, I'm doing it. But my pit is, the weather is that perfect for climbing mountains. And I can't get to any mountains.
Right, I'm trying to think now, where have you got some mountains in Manchester?
Yeah, don't talk about Chalton Water Park or Urmston Beach.
Urmston Meds we don't have mountains, but it's
but
a bit hilly.
I look out and I think, imagine being on the peak of a mountain right now. It'll be bitter cold, windy, but the views, there's not a cloud in the sky.
No.
And I can't get there. I'm not allowed to go, and it's getting me a bit like, I'm getting a bit annoyed now.
I know. Do you know, by the time we are allowed to go to these nice long walks, the weather will be rubbish.
I know it'll be winter again.
Winter again.
November 2021, you're all allowed out.
I know.
Oh, don't. No, but this is like the perfect weather for it, and because I can't go, I'm getting a little bit annoyed.
Yeah, but sooner than you think. Sooner than you think.
But think that is not a very bad pit.
No, it's not. Do you know what? You have just bounced in here in the studio today and you just seem full of life.
Oh, what?
You do. You're making me dead excited.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yes, that is the whole point. Yes, so that is my peak and pit of the week. A couple of people have wrote in.
Yeah.
So I've got a friend called Abby, and she wrote in this week, and her peak is she listened to our podcast a few weeks ago with the running challenge.
Yeah.
And she started doing that, and now she's running quite frequently every week.
Oh, wow.
And she says she's really enjoying it. She says it's nice to get out and about and enjoy the weather. She said she wouldn't normally run, but she's doing the running.
That's amazing.
And her pit this week is, she said the only thing to do right now is work.
Yeah.
Which means she's overthinking work.
Right.
And she's worrying about doing stuff wrong and questioning her capabilities. And I think when you've not got stuff to take your mind elsewhere,
Yeah.
I think when you've got nothing else to take your mind off anything, like work can consume you.
Yeah, it can.
So that's her pit this week.
Yeah, I know what you mean, because I feel like, when we've been off in the lockdown and I've been doing home working before I got furloughed, all that I'm doing is work. So you just think about work and it does consume you, doesn't it?
And you're working in your home environment.
Yeah.
So all of a sudden your home environment is now work.
Exactly, you can't escape it.
No, but she said that her pit has been just being consumed by work, but her peak is managing to get out running.
Well, at least she's getting away from by doing the running, and hopefully she'll feel better.
And also it shows that fitness helps with your mental health.
It does. And
we're going to push that.
We are.
We're going to push that forever and ever.
So we're just about to go and speak to Astina now. I am so excited, Jazz.
I know you are.
I can't believe it.
I wish you could see her face.
I am.
Astina, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, babe, it's a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
No, we've been watching RuPaul. I know Kaz. She's like
I love
mega
RuPaul
fan.
Massive fan.
And
good old fan.
Yeah, you just seem like the perfect person to have on our podcast. So we're going to go with the standard question we ask everyone. What has been your peak and the pit of the week?
Oh, my peak and the pit of the week. I guess I turned 28 today. So I guess that's
Happy
the high.
birthday!
Happy birthday!
Well, what? It's rude. So rude that I'm going to be a year older. But do you know what? I'm cancelling. This birthday's on pause, by the way. They don't count. I'm still in 2020 because,
I don't know if we want to be there.
And then
but,
the low point. Listen, it was a free holiday. I was living. I didn't work for 6 months. It was heaven. Was it pit the lower one?
Yeah.
I guess was just when I injured my back, and then I then found out that I have a month to leave and find a new place to live, which was just like great. And then there was family drama, and it was just like one thing after the other.
They come in threes, don't they?
Oh, I was just like, you're testing me again. And then because I was just like in pain from my back injury, it just sent my mental health like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I think I spent like 2 days just like feeling really depressed, really over it, really upset. And then I was like, babe, feel this way, it's fine. But I need you to get out. We're in 2021, even though it's a lockdown, but still, come on.
That's exactly what we're about. Just normalising, having those rubbish moments. Stay in bed if you want. Enjoy being in bed. Watch all the Netflix.
Literally. Honestly, we have to normalise these things. Like, if you want to stay in bed for a week and a half, stay in bed for a week and a half.
Yeah.
Just don't forget like your responsibilities, because they catch up on you and then you're like, oh my God. And then you just,
That's literally what me and Kat were saying. I am at the moment, any issue I have, I just put my head in the sand and I'm like, it'll go away. It's fine.
Oh, babe, don't. I'm just like, you will see me and hear from me when I decide to enter the universe again.
Yes,
and
exactly.
it.
And that's why boundaries are so important. Like, we always have to remember, if someone doesn't get back to us straight away, that's fine. Let them come back to us when they can.
Like, they'll come. It's fine. Just send them a message. Just let them know, like, hi, I've spoken to you, or just seeing how you are. If they don't get back, leave them.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you don't hear for a week, then, like, intervene. But just give them their space. We all have things going on in the world.
100%.
100%.
Not just a pandemic, like life in general.
Babe, my goldfish needs feeding.
Yeah, definitely. So one of the questions we wanted to ask you as well is, how does fitness benefit your mental health?
Do you know what? I never saw how it kind of worked together. And then it wasn't until like I started through lockdown, 2020, even though it's still in 2020, I started studying the brain and like psychology, and just like the different parts and why you're feeling this way and what happens and blah 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 blah. And I was like, oh, so every time I work out, even though it's like that pain, even it's a good like stretch pain, I'm like, it makes me feel good, which is then like my trigger point of going, if I'm feeling low or depressed or if I'm feeling anxious, just do something towards fitness and exercise, because I know it will give me that endorphin of happiness.
Yeah.
Just to make myself kind of get out of the depression.
Yeah.
And I still feel depressed because it's a cover up in a way, but I know that it's like a little key through the door that like helps me get there via fitness.
I'm with you 100%. And I want to just say the Pilates challenge that you sent us, my legs and my glutes are
you killing, gal? Are you killing? Bitch.
Yeah.
Listen, I was nice to you as well, you know, because I have it in tens. It's like, if I've not done it in for like a while, I do my 10 sets, but I usually do like 30 reps per set.
Well, that's why your legs look the way they look.
Well, that's why they used to look the way they look. They don't look like it now, sweetheart.
I bet they do.
I know.
I'm mesmerised.
I mean, yeah, no, they're still fab. They're still fab. They're still
brilliant. So how have you found lockdown? I know you were busy filming. Did filming get shut down at one point?
It did. It got shut down.
How did you find that?
When we resumed.
Because I guess that for you was like one of your biggest moments. Well, and like, yes, going for it.
Yeah, I had gone. So it was episode 3, I went. Then episode 4 was when they all found out they were going home.
Oh, no.
So I kind of had processed this whole thing. I was like, oh my God, it's good. I get to go back to civilization. I get to see my mum, my nan. I get to like resume the world, even though I came back and the world was like, no work for you. You're staying indoors. If I see you outside, wear a mask. And I was like, oh, okay. So it was kind of the adjustment of going, yeah, I'm going back, but I'm not going back because we're going into a lockdown.
Yeah.
So then I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing? Because also as well, the month before going to Drag Race, I'm like indoors getting everything ready. So I was already in a month like lockdown. So it was very strange.
One of the things we've been saying is this lockdown's been tougher than the other ones because we've just had enough now. How are you finding the third lockdown?
Is it the third one? It's not really bothered me. I'm just like, well, we're in another lockdown. The country's not opening. We're not Australia.
No.
Like, that's it. Like, you just have to deal with it. We can complain, but nothing's going to change.
Yeah.
You can be angry, nothing's going to change. Like, it's nothing new. We did this the whole year. So it's annoying to go into it, but at the end of the day, just stay in. Yeah, but it's strange for everyone. It's strange for everyone. Like, none of us have been through this, so it's just adjusting to a new world order, basically.
Especially for the entertainment industry as well. So I know that Jazz is an actress, and you're a performer. How do you find that then?
That was just, at first I was like, oh, you're telling me I have 6 months off, no work. It's like a free holiday that I get universal credit and they'll pay me and my furlough and nonsense. So I was like, this is kind of a blessing. But then like after a while I was like, no, I need a stage. I need to perform. I need to feel that human connection that is my life. Yeah. And then it was happening and then it wasn't, and then it was, and then it wasn't, and then you were allowed, but then you shot at 10.
I know 2021 is going to look probably different to how you planned, but what are your goals for this year?
This year, oh my gosh, I want to do like some campaigns. So that's like one goal. And I've got, I want to do like a concept dance video. So like I want to do 3 different ones. That one's based on, I mean, I've got the ideas, they're here, but I don't want to tell you all. Yeah. So like 3 different videos that will like lead into like a story kind of thing.
Oh, nice.
All showcasing some form of power and strength. One's for the trans women and boys, my family. One's for BLM, for Black, and for Power, and then one is just for queerness and gayness and just living your best life.
Yes,
That's amazing.
I
They're all
like
like
the sound of
interlink.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounds very
wow.
artistic. Sounds min. I can't wait for that to come out.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing to see.
Girl, I can't wait to bloody do it. But you know what? I was doing this. I was just like, I'm not gonna rush. I'm not gonna try and get it done, because if I force it, it won't happen. I'm enjoying being in my bed for a few days. I love it every week, so I'm just gonna keep doing that. Because when the world does like resume, I'm gonna lose the rest, and I'm just not gonna. So everyone's like, I need to work. I'm like, guys, enjoy it. Enjoy the rest.
Have you ever struggled with any sort of like mental health issues in the past or anything like growing up?
I probably did. I used to have anger management when I was younger, so I used to suffer with just like controlling it, and I didn't know it. Like my flick of the switch, as soon as I was like gone, it was anger. Still to this day, I don't know where I kind of where it came from or why I had this anger problem, which was just like as soon as you flick that switch, like now I can control myself for ages and ages.
Yeah.
I usually just sit back, I just watch and go, evaluate it, and then I kind of step back from my own brain and my own opinions and go, okay, cool, go from here, and then kind of dwell the situation, just walk away, best thing to do. But looking at it now, it must have been mental health. I just never knew about it, because I only rediscovered it, I want to say like 2-3 years ago now.
It's been such a taboo subject.
So it's quite recent.
Like, no one wants to talk about poor mental health. Like, no one wants to admit, oh, I've felt depressed, I have anger management issues. Like, no one ever wants to talk about it. So you do kind of push that to the back of your mind.
Yeah, you do. You know, no one will ever say. You never show the bad, as they say, do you? You always show the good. You always show the light. You always show what's amazing, and then you never show the true rawness, which is going on. Like it's absolutely fine to be depressed. It's fine to have your anxiety levels. I think what the issue is people like, oh, I've got anxiety. Oh, I'm depressed. Oh, it's this. I'm like, babe,
without really understanding
the words. Like, I've only realized my mental health was depression. Like, I just get depressed. I don't feel low. I just feel depressed.
You just
and then it's like, what
days.
is the depression level? I have down days, but then down days go like, I'm feeling low, and it's just like you have to then understand why you feel like that, what's causing that, accepting it. I think that's the hardest for everyone, is accepting their struggles and their pains and their insecurities, and that's fine, but that makes you who you are. Like, I have insecurities. People are like, oh, you have an insecurity? I'm like, yes, Joe, I have insecurities. You'll just never know, because I accept them. Like, I accept them, my insecurities, and it's hard every day. Like, I know they're there, but you accept it and you don't let it control you or take over you.
Well,
like,
on
that's
that
just
note, what advice would you give to someone to try and stay in good mental health, to stay focused?
It's a really hard question, I guess. And then think of 5 things that you're grateful for, or like you feel good. I have my mum. My mum loves me. I have my TV. I can watch a TV show. I have makeup I can play with. I have a book to read. They're like good things, despite just 5, no more. And then you go, okay. And it somehow just helps, like, just rate like them endorphins of goodness.
It's like daily
just
affirmations.
Start little, don't ever like jump. I said, everyone, what 5 things you're grateful for in 2020? 5 things you're grateful for, because it was such a crap year. It was annoying, and everyone's life got like really affected. 5 things you're grateful for, and I was like, I have all my friends, I have all my family, I have a roof over my head, I have clothes on my back, and I have food in my fridge. I'm great. There's 5 simple things, but you're grateful for them, and you go, it's that, it feels good. And then from there, you can just like feel good about yourself rather than all the luxuries.
Exactly. And you hit the nail on the head there. They were all your basic things, like just standard things that we have in our day to day. It's nothing like, I have a nice car, I have a nice handbag.
Really think about it. The little tiny things, as cliche as it sounds, will make you happy.
Thank you, Astina, so much for joining us. We really appreciate you giving up your time to chat with myself and Kat.
Oh, babe, it's honestly, I love talking about these things and just opening up, because I never used to. I was really shy. I stay closed off, and so it's so nice to now give back. And I love just chatting. Can I have a conversation all day, babe?
So thanks, Astina. That was amazing.
I know, it was so nice. It's so refreshing to hear those kind of views as well.
It was. She gave us a lot of good ideas of things that we can do to stay positive.
Absolutely. So, guys, you've reached the end. I'm so sorry.
I know. I've really enjoyed this one.
I have. I feel like we've turned a corner now.
We have.
We were a little bit negative, a little bit down in the dumps.
And it's a good week, so I hope we bring some cheeriness to your lives as well.
Yes. Please remember, you can get in touch with us. Our DMs are always open if you fancy a chat. Follow us at thepeakandthepit _podcast.
And like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe, guys. We're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify and YouTube. You can find us wherever you like. So please get in touch with us and have a listen. Enjoy the rest of your day. And remember, stay safe. Please, let's get out of this.
And see you next week.
Bye.